Mysterious room, Alderson wakes up without any idea of how he got there. The room is shaped like a cube, and each side has a door. He's also been given a uniform with his name. Alderson opens one of the walls and looks through the short passage to discover that the neighboring room is exactly the same. When he steps back, the door closes on its own. Next, Alderson tries the door on the floor, and he finds a matching room again. The same happens with the one on the other wall, so he decides to move ahead. In this room, Alderson looks around before taking a step, only to suddenly be chopped into small pieces by a razor-sharp grate. Sometime later, Quentin changes rooms and finds one with a sleeping Worth. He tries to wake him up to no avail. Quentin then opens a wall but finds nothing in the other room. When he turns around, Worth is finally awake. At that moment they hear a noise in the neighboring room and Quentin gets into position. The wall door opens and Holloway appears, so Quentin grabs her by the clothes and throws her on the ground. He's about to beat her up, but she screams and he realizes she's another victim, so he apologizes as he lets her go. Suddenly they hear someone yelling for help. Quentin opens a door and finds Levin in the other room. She gets ready to cross rooms but Quentin makes her stop. After taking a quick look around, he gets into her room and helps her cross the passage to join the others. In the process, her glasses fall and crack. Then the ceiling door opens to reveal Ren, who comes down to join them. Quentin tells the group that they can't go around climbing into spaces because there are traps and shares that when he looked into the lower room, he almost lost his head. Holloway notices that Worth's head is bleeding and checks his wound, explaining she's a doctor. Ren takes off his boots and throws one into a neighboring room. A trap immediately activates and sets the boot on fire, so Ren concludes there are motion sensors in the walls. Quentin asks if anyone remembers how they got there, but nobody does. They all were going through the usual routines only to pass out and wake up there wearing these uniforms. While hearing weird noises from above, the group discusses what to do. Levin thinks they should wait in that room for someone, however Worth thinks nobody will come for them. Most of them agree they should look for an exit. When Levin starts having a breakdown, Quentin calms her down and explains he's a cop, so he promises to keep her safe. Ren throws his boot into another room and nothing happens, so they move to that one. They repeat this process a couple of times as the strange mechanical sounds seem to be getting closer. While crossing one of the passages, Levin notices a small plaque and puts on her glasses to read it. There are numbers on it, and each room has a different plaque. The group hopes this doesn't mean there are over 500 million rooms. Holloway points out that they'll only live for 3 days in these stressful conditions without food and water. Ren reveals he's been sucking on a button and tells her to do the same because it keeps the saliva flowing. A few cubes later, Ren stops the group from entering the next room. The boot is fine, however he's noticed that the air is dry in there, so he thinks there's a molecular chemical sensor that detects hydrogen excreted from the skin. He also reveals he knows all this because he's a sensor expert. Quentin realizes Ren is the infamous Bird of Attica who has escaped from 7 prisons. Ren confirms it and admits he's only working with them because he may need their shoes in the future, but if they behave foolishly he'll leave them behind. After a condescending speech on keeping focus, Ren tests another room with the boot and crosses the passage. He lands safely on the other side, but after a second, a device